26 centuries ago, in a small Greek city on the coast of Asia Minor, a man was mocked in the streets. Useless, they called him. A dreamer who once fell into a well while staring at the stars, to the amusement of a servant girl who laughed at him for studying the heavens while missing what was under his own feet. They said his kind of thinking would never put bread on a table. So he did something that silenced every last one of them. His name was Thales of Miletus. And this is the story of the first mind in history to turn pure thought into gold. Before Thales, the world explained itself through myth. Storms were the anger of gods. Harvests were their mood. Men did not ask why, they asked who was angry. Thales broke from this. He believed the universe was not chaos ruled by whim, but a system governed by patterns a sharp enough mind could decode. In ancient Miletus, wealth belonged to landowners and merchants. The philosopher sat below them, dismissed as impractical. Aristotle recorded that people reproached Thales, saying philosophy brings no profit. Thales did not argue. He observed. He had spent years studying the skies, the rhythm of seasons, the subtle signs most men were too busy to notice. Using this knowledge, he forecast, long before the season arrived, that the coming olive harvest would be exceptional. He did not announce it. Instead, while it was still winter, while the olive presses of Miletus sat idle and unwanted, Thales quietly paid small deposits to secure every press he could find. No one competed with him. He rented them cheaply. Then the harvest came, abundant beyond expectation. Suddenly, every farmer needed a press, immediately, urgently. And there was only one man who controlled the supply. Thales named his own price. He became wealthy almost overnight, not because he owned land, but because he understood something before others did, and positioned himself in silence, while that understanding was still invisible to everyone else. Most retellings stop here, treating it as a clever anecdote. That is a shallow reading. The real lesson is this. Thales did not do this for the money. He did it to prove a point. Aristotle is explicit. Thales undertook the scheme not out of greed, but to show a skeptical world that philosophers, if they wished, could easily be rich. Their true aim was truth. But when truth runs deep enough, wealth becomes a side effect. This is the mindset every serious entrepreneur must absorb, and almost none do. The amateur chases money directly. He wakes up thinking about the outcome. He is hungry, and hunger is loud, and loud minds see poorly. The master chases understanding. He studies the pattern of his market the way Thales studied the sky, quietly, patiently, long before there is any visible reward. Clarity, held long enough in silence, eventually converts itself into capital. Notice when Thales acted. Not after the harvest, when the outcome was obvious. He acted in winter, in the season of doubt, when the presses were cheap precisely because no one believed abundance was coming. This is the eternal position of anyone who profits from foresight. You must move while the crowd is still blind, while your certainty looks, to everyone watching, like foolishness. Thales's genius was not merely intellectual. It was the discipline to hold a private conviction and act on it while surrounded by doubt. This is the loneliest skill in wealth building. Anyone can act once the outcome is obvious, but by then, the margin is gone. The fortune belongs to the one who commits before the proof arrives. Here is where the story completes its circle. Thales made his fortune and then simply returned to his studies. He did not chase a second scheme. He had made his point. Riches were never the destination. They were only proof of the method. This is the inversion the modern mind struggles to accept. Money is not the goal of a serious mind. It is evidence. Evidence that your perception was sharper than the crowd's. Evidence that your patience outlasted your fear. The entrepreneur trapped in pure money hunger will never feel satisfied because numbers have no ceiling. But the one chasing understanding builds wealth almost as a natural consequence of clarity. And clarity, unlike money, compounds. We remember Thales not because he was rich. Many rich men of Miletus vanished from history entirely. We remember him because he was the first to insist the world could be understood. And that understanding was more powerful than gold itself. The next time you feel mocked for thinking too deeply, remember the man who once fell into a well while watching the stars. He was not lost. He was simply looking somewhere no one else thought to look. If this mindset resonates with you, subscribe. Because next, we go deeper into the minds history's greatest thinkers used to turn silence into power.